Hi guys, this is a redirect to my reaction to One Piece episodes 490, 491 and 493. 492 is a filler episode and I was told that it's a pointless episode to react to, so I'm just gonna skip it. Before I talk about the episodes and also talk about Marineford as a whole, since we have come to the end, I believe to be the end of the Marineford arc, well, Paramount War section saga. Firstly, before I do that though, I just wanted to give a shout out, and I'm really sorry for the late shout out, because I know you sent a donation like a month ago or something. So not a month ago, a few weeks ago. But I just want to give a shout out to Raul Fernando for donating through my Buy Me a Coffee page. So thank you very much, and I'm really glad that you are enjoying my reactions. So thanks. The Buy Me a Coffee page is just basically a one-off donation page rather than becoming a Patreon through my Patreon, where you give monthly donations. It's just another option that I just wanted to give to my subscribers. If you want to help support the channel, then feel free to, either through Buy Me a Coffee if you just want to give the one-off donation, or through Patreon. The reason why I wanted to create the Buy Me a Coffee page was because I've noticed that a lot of Patreons only stick around for just 1 or 2 months, so I just wanted to give the Buy Me a Coffee page as just like another option, because you don't have to give monthly payments through Buy Me a Coffee. So yeah, the link's in the description. Alright, so these episodes, okay, so Luffy, feel really bad for Luffy. I feel really sad, and it's so tragic. Like, I mean, it's not just because Ace and Whitebeard died, but because he went through so much trauma throughout trying to rescue Ace. So throughout Impel Down, a lot of people sacrificed their lives, like Bon Clay. A lot of people got hurt. Bon Clay was a sacrifice that Luffy just had to get over in order to rescue Ace. And also a lot of people died during the war. Luffy, he just struggled so much. There were just so many obstacles that were preventing Luffy from rescuing Ace, which is why he failed in the Impel Down mission to rescue Ace, and he also failed in the Marineford arc. So to see him recover in Amazon Lily, oh man, I dreaded the fact that they returned to Amazon Lily. But based on Hancock's reasoning, I do understand why, because if Law was to take Luffy to another island, then he's more likely to get exposed and Luffy's life would be in danger, and so it's not healthy. It's not good for Luffy to be in a dangerous environment, especially considering that he's still recovering, so it's not like he can fight back, not yet at least. But it's so cringy seeing those girls. Anyway, yeah, Luffy woke up. I thought he'd wake up just a little bit later on, because he did go through a lot. Like, he was proper worn out. Like, his body was just taking its toll, you know. So I was quite surprised to see him wake up that soon. But then again, he did just pass out. But I just mean, like, the long-term effects on his body. Like, his body went through so much damage. So, you know, he took, in my opinion, like, his body is just way more damaged than Jinbei's. But yeah, so it was really sad seeing him cry so much in Amazon Lily, just rampaging through Amazon Lily, even though Law and his team were actually not allowed to be where the women are in Amazon Lily. Like, they were just supposed to be in the Gulf area, which is like, I guess, like side of the island where the women are not there. So it's still on the island, but it's just not in the area where the women reside, because the island has its own rules that men are forbidden to enter the island, which I find very extreme. I mean, like, I just mean in general, you know, like, like that woman, like one of the girls, one of the Amazon Lily warriors was like telling Margaret and the others to not talk to the men, and I'm just like, they're just talking, like, it's nothing to worry about, you know? Like, I mean, even if the men were like to take advantage, the women are warriors as well, so like, shouldn't be a problem, you know? Gender equality here, man. Anyway, yeah, Luffy was just grieving. Jinbei told him the truth that it's not actually a dream. He's so much in grief that, you know, like when you're in grief, when someone dies, when someone that was so close to you dies, you're in a lot of grief that you are actually in denial that that person is actually dead. You really wish that, nah, he's not dead, he's just sleeping, or some other type of denial, you know, that it's just all a dream, but it's the reality, you know. So I just hope Luffy stays strong. I know it's going to be really difficult. It's so understandable, obviously, but like, I just mean, like, you know, you've got to keep a level head and just move forward and try not to get yourself killed as well, because, you know, if the Marines found him, he's gonna be killed. Yeah, so and then we saw the childhood backstory with how Garp hired the Mountain Bandits, Dadan, I forgot the other two names, but they were supposed to look after Luffy and Ace in their childhood. And I don't. The thing with these childhood backstories so far, I mean, I just find it so unconventional. Like, it's borderline child abuse, but not only that, but just like, why would you allow mountain bandits to raise your kids? Because they're mountain bandits, they're not exactly the best role models to teach Luffy and Ace what is the right path, because Garp, his way of thinking is to make sure that Luffy and Ace are on the right path, meaning to not become pirates, but then you hire mountain bandits to look after them. So I'm just like, why would you allow a bunch of corrupt people to raise Luffy and Ace? I mean, like, I know, like, he blackmailed them, like, they have to do it, otherwise he's gonna send the Mountain Bandits to jail. I guess Garp didn't have any other options, so that's why. Wait, hold on. He could have asked Makino. Like, Makino would have been a great role model. So yeah, I think Makino would have been. I mean, I guess she was actually around when Luffy and Ace were kids, but I mean, we haven't seen that much. I haven't seen that much of, like, how much of an impact she had in Luffy and Ace's lives. So that this childhood backstory, it seems to be like continuing on. Like, there's more to it than that, especially with you know, the other brother Sabo. I don't know, like, when he appears in their childhood. Like, so far we've only seen Luffy and Ace hang about with each other, so I guess he appears later on, considering the timeline. But yeah, like, I mean, Makino seems like a very sweet girl who would, like, be a great babysitter, basically. I'm not saying Dadan is a bad person, I'm just saying, like, you know, like, she really tried to intimidate Luffy, and it was like chasing after Ace instead of, like, doing work. And he's like 7 and you want him to do work, but anyway, very unconventional, but I'm not to judge. Anyway, so I don't want to like go too in depth because oh man, there's just so much to say. But in regards to like my overall thoughts on the Marineford arc is definitely my favorite arc. It's not perfect, so I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10, but it's very close to a 10 out of 10 for me. So, Marineford arc, I really love that we saw so many new characters like just working together to fight the Marines, and like we saw some amazing fights. Amazing fight scenes. I absolutely love Whitebeard. He's actually in my top 10, and I'm really sad that we didn't get to see that much of him. Like we only saw him in this arc. I know we saw him before this arc, but it wasn't much to go on. Like we didn't really know him. But I'm glad that we knew him in this arc because like we saw some backstory of how he really wanted a family instead of like treasure like you'd expect from a pirate. And he's such a kind man. Like he just wanted a family at the end of the day. And he helped so many islands by owning them so that people don't, you know, gate crash, invade. But unfortunately, now that he's dead, a lot of pirates are invading those islands that are owned by Whitebeard, and we actually saw that in these episodes, and my heart was just like, my heart just broke, you know, like, why, man, just why? But his death, in my opinion, was inevitable considering that he was already ill to begin with, and he just got stabbed. He was literally the main, in my opinion, even though it was Ace's execution, he was pretty much like also the main target for the Marines, because he has so much power over the pirates. So if you kill him off, then you know pirate activity is going to stop. Nope, nah, that didn't happen. They're rampaging. Now that Whitebeard is dead, they thought that the pirates are all going to be quiet now. No. Pretty much the opposite is happening, considering what Whitebeard said about the One Piece exists. Now you can roam the seas and try to find a treasure. Which comes another thought. Did he really see the One Piece? Is that why he says that he actually exists? Or is it because of what Roger told him? And he obviously was... It seemed like he was very good friends with Roger. Yeah, it was so sad just seeing him die standing up as well. Like, just taking so many battle wounds, and he was so damn durable. I was so shocked. Like, this arc was literally raising my anxiety levels. I was so scared for everyone. Like, the admirals were just ferocious, especially Akainu. Now, I know some of you guys like him because he's so persistent, and in that sense I could understand why he might like him, but because he's so persistent, I don't want my favorite characters to die, man. So I gotta hate on him for like killing Ace and indirectly killing Whitebeard as well. So he's such a ruthless man as well. Like, he was killing and still was killing even after Ace and Whitebeard died. He was still like so like, you know, like he didn't want to stop with attacking the pirates when actually the main goal was already achieved. So calm the fuck down, you know? Like, you know, the main objective's already done, and all of these, I mean, it's not just him, a lot of the Marines were still continuing on the fight with the pirates, and I'm just like, this war seriously needs to be over. Like, it's long overdue now. Stop milking it. A lot of people are dying for no reason now. So I'm really, really glad Kobe and then Shanks stood up to Akainu and everyone. Really, it was really, really brave, and that is character development right there. That is character development for Kobe, because he started off as a wimp who became more and more brave, and he even stood up to Luffy, but obviously he got his ass whooped. But you know, he stood up to him at least as a marine. You gotta face your fears. Even the people that that you got along with, you know. So yeah. So it was really nice seeing Shanks stop the war, and Sengoku agreeing with him. So that was nice. A nice way to end it off, even though it was just so sad seeing Ace die. And the Whitebeard died. Ace's death. That's gonna be so damn traumatic to Luffy. And I don't know how long it's gonna take him to recover from Ace's death, like actually seeing it happen in front of him. Like literally, like Ace died because there was a huge hole on his chest because of Akainu punching. He was actually aiming for Luffy, but because Ace was got in his way. Oh man. And to see the childhood about like Ace trying to avoid Luffy as much as possible, like you can see that how far they have gone from becoming pretty much enemies to becoming really, really loyal brothers to each other. So I just find that beautiful. Yeah, that's my overall thoughts on Marineford. I don't want to get too deep into it because I'm in a hurry at the moment, but yeah, so that's all I have to say. Loved these epic fights, loved the epic Whitebeard pirates. I thought Aokiji, if I had to like say who's my favourite admiral, I'd say it's Aokiji. I just love his calm, cool personality, no pun intended. Because he's, you know, Iceman. But you know, like, I mean, there's a way to admire some of the Shishibukai, like Mihawk. I love Mihawk. I love Shanks. I love the Whitebeard pirates. I know I sound so biased because I am biased. I'm for the Whitebeard pirates. But yeah, I really liked how Sengoku was going up against Blackbeard and just Blackbeard. Him stealing Whitebeard's power. Like, I don't know how the hell they're going to like defeat him because he's got 2 powers now, which is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, that's all I have to say. What you think of these episodes? Let me know. What you think of the Marineford arc? Let me know, and stay tuned for more.